Hey guys, so I want to give you an update on my mom's garden. About 1.5 years ago, I redid her garden. She is not a gardener and she would put out a lot of flowers and would wonder why they weren't coming back. And I suspect that many times they were annual flowers which don't return every year. And so I went to her place and I added a bunch of perennial flowers. I added things like coneflowers and yarrow, which a lot of times I struggle with because of deer and rabbits, but because she lives in an urban area, she doesn't have that issue. And I wanted something also that was easy to take care of for her and me to show her how to do it, or for me to come by a couple times a year and clean it up for her. So anyway, let's go take a look. Everything is doing really well, and I'll show you what it looks like today. So here's her garden today, and I think it is looking magnificent, and the flowers are just thriving in here. Clearly no issues with her soil as she had originally thought. Everything is growing beautifully. So in this side garden, I added a bunch of sea thrift as well as some dianthus, all in pink, and looks beautiful when it's all in full bloom. I brought over some snow-capped daisies from my garden and added a few patches here, and they love this garden. They have expanded and are just looking so beautiful. Last year, I winter sowed some coneflowers, these Cheyenne Spirit coneflowers, but since I was having trouble with rabbits, I brought it here, and then now they're in full bloom and absolutely gorgeous. I just love this orangey yellow color. I so wish I could put these coneflowers in my garden, but I'm very happy that she was able to get these and enjoy them from my winter sowing. And I also brought over some of my yarrow, the one that keeps getting eaten by the bunnies, and this is doing beautiful here, looking great. And yeah, it's actually taking over a little too much, so I did have to cut back already a little bit, but it's looking beautiful in here. So here is some Dusty Miller that I bought. Now, Dusty Miller is an annual, but this overwintered for her. And obviously she kept the blooms in here, which I do think they look very, very pretty. But I will be cutting those back. I don't really want them to self-seed everywhere. But behind that, you will see some Veronica, some purple Veronica, and I have 3 of those plants that I had added into this garden, and they're doing magnificent as well. They're kind of spent, so I will have to cut those back. And again, another snow-capped daisy just doing beautifully in this garden. And then I brought over one more coneflower that I had in my garden, which is this berry powwow, I think it's called, and it's just doing, again, coneflowers seem to be doing really well for her in her garden. This got really tall, so I did have to cut it back just a little bit. So everything is looking great. There are some bare spots in here. There were some lupins that did not make it, and they didn't return. I also have some liriope in here, but that's not in bloom. My dad did cut that back. So that's the update for this garden a year later. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.